and welcome to October 2024 Coffee and Cards with me, Linda from lindaspapercraft.co.uk. And this month we're using the sophisticated Sled bundle, and today we're using lots and lots of dies, and I'm going to show you how to build these boots and how to add the laces. That's just such a lovely detail. They're a little bit fiddly, but once you've got the hang of them, they're really easy to do. Well, no, they're still fiddly, but easier when you know what you're doing. Right, so this is the card we're making. So in your pack you will have lots of stuff. These are the dies we're using today. I've actually already got them out. So it's the outline of the sled. These are the laces, and then a little bit of foliage, the skates and the skate blades. And on these I used a bit of silver glimmer from my stash, but then I remembered we have pretty in pink glimmer paper, so I've put that in yours, so it's going to be all pink. And those of you who've done the colour share this year or have this year's in colours, you'll have the pretty in pink. And then I've also used crumb cake to do my stamping. So now I have snuck in a bow. This little bow is actually from Reindeer Fun. But I think it just goes so cute with this, so I thought, so I have cut you all out because I'm allowed to send you die cuts. I'm not allowed to send you stamped images. Those are Stampin' Up rules, not mine. So I've popped you all in, so just watch out for it in your bag. And there is also one diamante, which is in there somewhere. I shall find it. Right, so you've got a piece of card that's going to fit on the front. So you've got a thick basic white card blank, and then a piece that is slightly smaller to fit on the front. And I have popped that through the snow falling or snow sky embossing folder. Can't find it. I think most of you actually bought that embossing folder with your kit, so you've got it. Okay, so it's snowflake falling or something, I don't know. But I've already embossed it before I started because I have to do that on my big machine. Diamante. Okay, so that's your basic rhinestone. I'll put that there with my bow so they don't get lost. Okay, and then I've cut you out a piece for your sentiment, and this is from Perennial Postage Dies. I'll start again. This is from Everyday Details Dies. Get it right in a minute. So that's your Everyday Details die for your sentiment. And then this is textured shimmer paper, which we had a few years ago, but it's actually in the clearance rack as I am filming this. It comes in 3 different colours. It's balmy blue, coastal cabana, and this white. And I just thought that'd be really nice for a nice skate. Some pink to do your laces, an envelope. That's the bit that's going to go behind your embossed piece. That's my instructions, so I know what I'm doing. And there we go, pretty in pink glimmer paper. How cool is that? And then a piece, this is soft sea foam for your foliage. So I think probably the best thing to do first, now that I've already embossed my basic white, is I'm going to do some die cutting. So let's pop this. So just stick that over there. As ever, I've got, lovely and tidy here, and then just chaos all the way around the outside. Hopeless, hopeless. So I'm going to do the die cutting and make the skates, and then pop them to one side while I sort the sled out. You will also have a piece. Oh, I've left it in my stamping platform. There's a piece as well with a little corner cut off. That is for your sleigh. Right, so die cutting machine. Get my plates out. Okay, and let's get cutting. So we have a little piece for the laces, a little piece for the skates, blades, and then the big piece. And I've put, because I don't know if you can see on camera, but it's in lines, so I've put the lines going up and down. Okay, and just pop that on, send that through. There we go. So, just taking that off, I am just going to check. Oh, sometimes the glimmer paper does need a couple of goes, but it actually came out first time, so that's good. And then there's the skates. Okay, and I'm just gonna, there we go, encourage that off, and then putting the bottom plate down again, I am going to cut out the foliage. Now this is quite a detailed die, so I have been putting it through twice just to be on the safe side. So that's one. Probably should have cut the pink with this, or the skates with this. There we go, definitely come out. Yep. Right. Okay. Just pop that away for now. Right. Pop my dies back on. So let's see, yeah, that's come out nicely. So we've got our foliage. I've got one skate, which is what I need, and a blade. Both the blades are identical. So I'm just going to get rid of the extra bits out of the die now. There's nothing worse than picking up a die and finding you've got to take all the bits out that somebody's left. Excuse me. And then the other blade. There we go. And this one. Okay. Another skate. Those back there, and then here are our laces. Coming off. There we go. There's one, and there's the second one. Okay, I'm just checking. Straighter. Although I don't know why, because I'm getting my die cutting machine out again in a minute. So I'm just weeding out all the bits for the laces. They are beautifully fine detailed and so clever. I do think this one and the reindeer fun, which is where I got the bow from, have been very well thought out. Okay, that's one out, and the other one's still lurking in here. Let's get these out. Talk amongst yourselves. Right, there we go. Okay, so the laces, everything, I've got everything ready for the skates. Just need to get rid of these bits. Put them in the bin. Okay, so we have got the skates, the blades, and the laces are all the same. Okay, so you don't have a left and right, they're all the same. So, and you'll see on the skates there is a little cut, okay, in the middle there. And that is where your laces go. So you're going to thread them through, there we go, and they're going to glue down on that side, so under here. So I'm just going to get my needle tip glue, and I am going to put a line of glue where it comes out. Just a very thin bead of glue there, and then I'm going to thread the laces through this piece so that the bow is at the top. Okay, so I'm just threading that into the gap. See, it went really easy when I didn't have glue on it. Now I've got glue, it doesn't want to go. There we go, see? How cool is that? So there you are, you've got your laces on one of the boots even. And then I'm going to pop some glue on the back of the little skate blade, and then using my tweezers I'm going to add it to the skate, and it lines up really easily. Okay, there we go. So how cool is that? So that's boot number 1, and then we're going to do the same again. So we've got our skate, and there's the little hole, and I'm going to come in and just put a bead of glue on that side, and then getting my laces again, I'm going to feed them through with the bow at the top. Okay. And then just adjust them. There we go. Glue those down. And how cute is that? And then put some little dots of glue on there. Again, picking them up with my tweezers and lining them up with the bottom of the boot. There we go. And we have two beautiful a set of beautiful skates. Okay, so put those to one side and get some stamping done. So I've got my little banner here, so I'm going to stamp my sentiment in the Pretty in Pink to match everything else. That's a little scrap of paper on there. Okay, so decorate the season with happiness. Okay, and I'm just going to put the banner straight and then line up my sentiment. Now you need to stand up, stick your bum out and look down from the top. And then, oh, I'm happy with that, that's fairly straight. Often if you're looking straight down, it's easier to get it straight. Okay. And then we have our sled. Just position, so the piece of card with the corner cut off is for your sled. So just inking that up. I've got it on the stamping platform because it is quite large. It is bigger than a D block. It will fit on the next size up, but that is quite a big block. I suffer from arthritis in my hands, so I do struggle a bit with that block because it's quite heavy. So, right, and there we go. Yeah, I don't use one of those like a lot of people use sort of table hockey puck things or table hockey hitters to flatten them down. I just find a damp cloth works really well, and then you can clean your stamp with it afterwards as well. A 2 for 1. Right, and now we're going to die cut our sled out using the dies. So there's 3 dies for the sled, so you can either make just the whole sled out of die cuts, which is that one and that one, or you can just stamp and die cut the whole thing out. So we are doing that later in the month. So let's get this lined up. Okay, and then get the machine. And we just need to build our card. I was a bit worried it was a bit too wide, but it's not. See if it's beauty. It's amazing what you can fit on this little tiny machine. They are brilliant. Right. Here we go. There we go. Okay, now if you want to, and I have done this on later weeks, you can colour the sled in or just leave it white like I have done here. Still got the cold. Let's put that over there out of the way. Okay. Alright, so we're just going to build the card up. So I'm going to start with the snowfall, and I can never work out which way up it's supposed to go, so I think this time I'm going to have more snow at the bottom. I think if you look at generally the bottom of the embossing folder is the fold, it's the hinge, so I think on this one it thinks that there should be more at the top, not the bottom, but hey ho. The only ones really that have a definite direction are the ones with text on. All the rest really you can do whatever way up you want. Okay. So the next bit is really up to you. Do you add the sled to your card and then decorate it, or do you decorate it and then add it? So I am going to decorate it, then add it. Pop that to one side. So if we start with the fronds, and I have literally just glued it in the middle here. So just going to put a few dots across. Gosh, that's coming out quick. I did have it upside down, that's probably why I was late on its side. You can just dab the excess away. Okay, so, and I just sort of centred it on the crossbar. Don't know if that's what you call it. I know it's the steering bar of your sled, isn't it? A bit there. And then a little tiny weeny dot. I'm going to put the bow on. Just sort of in the middle. Not plain. Need to stick a pin in it. There we go. Tiny weeny dot. Let's put on our bow. Decorate it with a little tiny rhinestone, so let's not lose it. There we go. And then I'm just going to position the two skates. So I'm gluing everything down flat on this because I am actually going to then put the whole thing on dimensionals, so I don't want lots of height here. So going to put them a little less akimbo, I think this time. I think I put them a little straighter but more apart. That one there. Turn this one over. Making a run for it. we go. Okay, so that's my 2 skates on there, and then I'm going to pop it over and put some dimensionals on when I can find them. I definitely had them a minute ago. There we go. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm not firing on all cylinders at the moment with this blooming cold. 2. Quite big, and it's got quite a lot of detail on it, this, so I am actually probably putting more on than I would normally. There we go. So now on this video I'm just going to show you so far, but then I'll show you the inside of the card, what I did. Because I love the sentiments on this set, but they are quite small, so I did go rooting around in my stash to find a sentiment to go in the middle. Seeing as the Christmas stamps are out. Woo. Right, so I'm just going to pop that there on the card. Get this one a few more dimensionals. It's a bit uneven. Decorate the season with happiness. So that's the finished card, the front of the finished card. Now inside on this one, what I've done is I've just randomly stamped the snowflakes, and I found in some places, I don't know if I can spot one, possibly, no I can't, some places there were little gaps, so what I did was I just inked up one snowflake. So to do that, you just use your corner and just ink up a snowflake. Okay, and then you can just stamp it down. As long as the rest of your stamp's clear, you just get one snowflake. Okay, so randomly all the way up the side, and then this is from a flurry of Christmas wishes, I think. Couldn't tell you. I've had it for years. So sending you a flurry of warm Christmas wishes, which is why I put the snowflakes down the side as well. So have a look in your stash and see what you've got, and have a play with the snowflake stamp, and you can put an edge down the card. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Take care, and I will catch up with you all soon. Bye.